We got a few questions. I mean, we have some questions pouring in. Bill Nova, good to see you. CT, good to see you as well, man. All right, let's start rolling. Let's start rolling through some of these. I'm going to pull some out of the chat immediately. Those of you who have put questions into the comments, sent them to me on Instagram. Those are all on the list. You don't need to ask again. I have those already on here. So we'll get rolling here. Texas asks the question. Newly opened 7-barrel question. They have a newly opened 7-barrel brewery. They overcarved an entire batch and they are scrambling to remedy it as to be able to pour more than foam. So yeah, the idea is a lot of times I'm assuming your other beers are pouring well. And the reason I'm saying that is I'm talking about, let's just make sure that there's not a draft line issue, right? But you probably know that the beer's overcarved. I'm not trying to be sassy or anything like that, but when you are pouring just foam, there can be issues on the tap system side as well. And I'm not saying you didn't think about that. I'm just trying to help people that are listening kind of plug in all the things that can be issues, right? To kind of form that thinking on that. So draft system aside, if everything is good there, you have a beer in the tank, and probably most systems prefer to be pouring around 2.6 on the higher end, and some maybe a little bit higher. So let's say you got that thing carved up to 3 or 3.1 or 3.3, and you've got all this gas in the beer, and you do not have the ability to pour that beer through your draft lines because it is not balanced appropriately, it's not carved appropriately in order to serve that beer. The first thing that I would say is assuming that you have a decent amount of headspace in your bright tank. I'm assuming you're in a bright tank, and also if you have the ability to hopefully the beer is clear, filtered, and or otherwise, and you have an ability to like blow some gas in the side. What I would say is, and this might sound like a little counterintuitive, that beer is going to want to hold gas in solution when it's really cold. Okay. But you also don't necessarily just want to be warming up beer either. So what I would recommend is you want to be forcing the CO2 that is in solution in the beer into the headspace of the tank. Okay. So this is why I'm going to recommend blowing down the CIP arm or vent arm or whatever is coming down to blow that head pressure off the tank. If you have a carb stone in that tank or a side port, hopefully you have like a, I don't know, carb stone side port or something like that. Start blasting some gas through there at a relatively high rate. You will be putting head pressure back into the tank, but maybe you can kind of rouse it and force some gas out and continue to blow the tank down. I would make sure I'd be closing the handle in the meantime. This is non-ideal. Ideally, what you would be doing is you could drop the head pressure off the beer and then just let the CO2 that is in solution naturally reach equilibrium with the headspace. And you can kind of do that until that beer has reached an appropriate carbonation level. But maybe if you can blast some CO2 and kind of force some rousing in that tank and push some CO2 out of solution with turbulence and continuing to blow down that head pressure, that would be one way that I would look at doing that. So look into blowing down that head pressure first and foremost. And then maybe trying to rouse the tank, agitate some gas out of solution with high intensity pushes through a carb stone or through a side port. So that would be my suggestion on that. Tex, I hope that works out for you, man. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you feel as if you got any value out of the video, please like and subscribe. There are also other videos that you can watch. They're gonna maybe be over here or over here. Appreciate you watching.